In case of plasma membrane of plant cell, it is selectively permeable, not semi-permeable, because they allow the movement of solvent as well as the solutes. लेकिन हमने ऊपर क्या पढ़ा था कि ऑस्मोसिस के केस में सेलेक्टिव परमिएबिलिटी जो होती है, they allow the passage of solvent while restricting the movement of solute. So you can see the difference here. The selective permeability is due to the presence of barrier of lipid bilayer and specific transport proteins. Okay. Here the next point is the internal energy of the solvent molecules drives the selective diffusion in the solvent in osmosis. And now here we can see the difference. In case of diffusion, we read that the kinetic energy is responsible for the movement, but here they say that the internal energy of the solvent molecules is responsible for the diffusion of solvent in osmosis. What is osmotic pressure? It is the pressure which is required to completely stop the entry of water into an osmotically active solution across a semi-permeable membrane. Now here we can see the example. It is measured in terms of atmospheres of bars. 1 bar is equal to 100 kilopascals. This is just for your information purpose. You need to know, because anything can come in an exam, so better leave nothing. Read everything and memorize it. So next is osmotic pressure is directly proportional to the difference in the concentration to the total number of solute molecules on each side of the membrane. Now here we can see the 3 diagrams, solution AB, AB, AB. यहाँ पे हमने दिखाया flow हो रहा है, यहाँ पे flow नहीं हो रहा है, flow is being blocked, no flow of water. अब हमने क्या बताया कि solution A और solution B है जो, वो हमने semi permeable membrane से separate करा रखा है. तो अगर हमने बोला कि जो solution B है उसका concentration is more as compared to solution A, then obviously solution A यहाँ पे जो movement होगी, जो सॉल्यूट्स की मूवमेंट होगी वो यहाँ इधर को आ जाएगी. जब इधर को हो रही है ऑब्वियसली तो इसका कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ऑटोमेटिकली इंक्रीजेस. बट इन केस ऑफ ऑस्मोटिक प्रेशर इज रिक्वायर्ड टू प्रिवेंट द नेट फ्लो. यहाँ पे हमने पढ़ा व्हाट इज ऑस्मोटिक प्रेशर. इट इज़ द प्रेशर रिक्वायर्ड टू कम्प्लीटली स्टॉप द एंट्री ऑफ द वाटर मॉलिक्यूल्स इनटू ऑस्मोटिकली एक्टिव. यहाँ पे हमें स्टॉप करवानी है बिकॉज दिस इज द ऑस्मोटिकली एक्टिव रीजन. सो वी नीड टू स्टॉप द एंट्री ऑफ वाटर मॉलिक्यूल्स. Now, what is tonicity? Tonicity is also somehow same, because it is also a measure of osmotic pressure gradient of 2 solutions separated by semi-permeable membrane. There are 3 types: hypertonic, hypotonic and isotonic. In case of hypotonic में क्या होता है? Solution with a lower solute content than another solution is referred as hypotonic. Hypotonic में you can see the movement of water is internal. Cell के अंदर पानी जा रहा है तो मतलब it swells, it becomes turgid. Because of the increased solute content, when the plant cell is placed in a hypotonic solution, water enters into the cell protoplast and the cell becomes turgid. ये होता है hypotonic. In case of isotonic, it has the same solute concentration or content as another solution. And when the cell is placed, अगर हमने cell को यहाँ रखा isotonic solution में, there is no flow of water towards inside or outside. Alright. Now hypertonic में क्या होता है? It has a high solute concentration than another solution. And जब हमने प्लांट के सेल को रखा इसमें hypertonic solution में, water बाहर जाता है and protoplast shrinks and become flaccid. So flaccid and turgid, I'll be explaining you these terms. Flaccid means जब सेल को water loss experience होता है. Okay, when the cell experiences water loss to the point where the Turgor pressure is reduced to 0, it is called as flaccid. So here in the hypertonic solution, when you're placing the cell or the plant cell inside the hypertonic solution, it faces a reaction in which it becomes flaccid because all the water inside the cell moves to the outside and the protoplast shrinks. Now what is Turgor pressure? What is Turgor pressure? Turgor pressure, plant cell is surrounded by cell wall and plasma membrane. The cell wall is permeable to water and solutes. I read these lines, guys, so that you can understand the difference. Read it along with me and you can just memorize each and every, you can understand each and every line, the word, the meanings, and so that you can relate, you can keep it in your head. Alright, the movement of water in or out of the cell. Turgor pressure हमने क्या पढ़ा? Plant cell surrounded by cell wall and the plasma membrane. The cell wall is permeable to water and solutes and defines the movement of molecules in and out of the cell. When the plant cell is placed in hypertonic solution, the water diffuses into the cell, causing the protoplast to build up. यही हमने पढ़ा hypertonic के बारे में. Build up, it swells, it becomes turgid and against the wall, and the pressure exerts outwardly against the cell wall by expanding the protoplast, and it's called as the Turgor pressure. Wall pressure, an inward but opposite inward pressure by the cell wall on the protoplast. ठीक है, मतलब इनवर्ड होता है बट ऑपोजिट इनवर्ड प्रेशर बाय द सेल वॉल ऑन द प्रोटोप्लास्ट. अब ये सेल वॉल है, सपोज दिस इज द सेल वॉल, दिस इज द प्रोटोप्लास्ट, तो इसके ऊपर जो रिएक्शन हो रहा है वो वॉल प्रेशर बोलते हैं. टर्जिड एंड फ्लैसिड हैव ऑलरेडी एक्सप्लेन्ड एंड नाउ वी मूव ऑन टू प्लाज्मोलिसिस. प्लाज्मोलिसिस तो बचपन से पढ़ते आ रहे हो. प्लाज्मोलिसिस इज अ वेरी सिंपल रिएक्शन. अगर हम किसी प्लांट सेल को हाइपरटोनिक सोल्यूशन में रखते हैं, हाइपरटोनिक में हमने पढ़ लिया ये रहा, दिस इज़ द हाइपरटोनिक सोल्यूशन. अगर हम उसमें रखते हैं तो क्या होता है, वाटर क्या करता है, निकल जाता है सेल से, ठीक है, और बाहर जाता है सराउंडिंग्स में. सो द प्रोटोप्लास्ट श्रिंक्स एंड द सेल वॉल फ्रॉम द सेल वॉल एंड इट इज़ कॉल्ड एज प्लाज्मोलिसिस. ठीक है, नाउ वी मूव ऑन टू वाटर पोटेंशियल. इट इज़ अ मेजर ऑफ द फ्री एनर्जी ऑफ वाटर पर यूनिट वॉल्यूम and commonly it is expressed as pascals. Soil water potential varies from -0.01 to 0.1 MPa, that is 1 MPa is equal to 10 bar or 9.9 atmosphere. Now we move on to what is water potential. Water potential क्या होता है हमने बता दिया. Water potential equals to the sum of gravitational, four components: gravitational, metric, osmotic and pressure. Osmotic potential, ये सब potentials होते हैं, इनके potentials को add on करके भी it equals to the water potential, which is represented by psi, and this is the common mark that you need to remember, and इन सब के भी signs ये होते हैं. So you need to remember it is the sum, that is water potential is the sum of osmotic potential plus pressure potential, gravitational potential and metric potential. Now what is osmotic potential? It represents the effect of dissolved solutes on water potential, and it is also called as solute potential. Pure water has solute potential of 0. Addition to solutes reduces the free energy of water. अब इसमें ये क्यों बोला गया कि addition of solute क्या करता है, reduce कर देता है free energy? Because अब जब solute करेंगे bind water molecule से, तो वो reduce कर देगा number of free molecules को, ठीक है, और इसकी वजह से क्या होता है, capacity जो होती है वो low हो जाती है. The capacity of the water lowers down and टू मूव एंड डू वर्क. अब पहले जो थे वाटर मॉलिक्यूल्स जो होते हैं वो फ्री होते हैं, लेकिन अब यहाँ पे बॉन्डिंग जब हो रही है तो सारा उनका जो फ्री स्पेस है वो ख़त्म हो जाएगा. तो इसलिए एडिशन ऑफ सोल्यूट रिड्यूसेस द फ्री एनर्जी ऑफ वाटर. दिस इज़ अ किड लेवल साइंस. See, this is a very simple. You need to just remember. अगर तुम्हें पहले से ही याद है, if you guys remember what you guys have already read in your 7th, 8th and 9th standard की science में हमने यही पढ़ते थे. Pressure potential, what is osmosis, diffusion. These are very very simple terms you need to remember. All right. Pressure potential it refers to the effect of hydrostatic potential on the potential energy of a solution. Pressure increases when atmospheric pressure is applied to the pure water of the solution. Its water potential increases. Now अब इसने बोला दो टाइप के होते हैं ये, positive pressure and negative pressure. Positive pressure it raises the water potential, negative pressure it reduces it. Gravitational potential, it depends on the position of water in the gravitational field. It depends upon the height of water above the level of acceleration due to gravity. This is simple English, you can all understand what it means. Because of the gravity, जो उसकी height होती है, depends on the height of the water above the sea level. It raises 10 meter vertically and will increase the water potential of the energy by 0.1 MPa. Next is metric potential. What is metric potential now? Metric potential, it depends upon the adsorptive forces that bind water to a dry matrix. Metric potential का basic मतलब ये है कि जैसे dry matrix हमने ले लिया soil से कैसे bind करके रखता है water को, ठीक है, वो forces होती हैं, depends upon the adsorptive forces that bind water to the dry matrix. As the matrix potential is very much limited in living cell and also at cell level, value of gravitational potential is negligible. The water potential expression simplifies it, and here is the water potential. Your water potential is equal to osmotic minus the pressure potential. All right, so this is all about the water and the plant relationship, or whatever you want to call this topic. इसमें सारा आपका plant का, अभी plant का कुछ cover नहीं है obviously. Water की properties, how water diffuses, osmosis, tonicity, and hypertonic, isotonic, osmotic pressure, plasmolysis, everything we have discovered. And water potential क्या होता है. You can also go through it again if you don't understand anything, and if there's anything you need to know and I've not mentioned that in this video, please comment so that I can post another video of the same. And I hope you guys like this video. Please like, share and subscribe, and share it as much as possible because net exam is coming, and wish you all the very best. Do study for it, and stay tuned for the next video, and it will be all about the xylem, phloem, and how the water is being transported, everything. Okay guys, till then, see you, bye.